Welcome back to H-Town High School Sports as we welcome in the guru of the high school hardwood, Jim Hicks of RCS Sports. Jim, last week we went through the first 5 finalists for the Guy V. Lewis Player of the Year Award. So now the second 5 in alphabetical order. We start with big Chris McDermott of Booker T. Washington. What an impact he's made on that program.
Man, every time I think about Chris McDermott, I get hungry and want to go eat some fast food, Todd. But this kid here, man, 20 points a game, 18 rebounds a game, 2 block shots a game. He started off the season with 26 and 18 against Robert Miller, who we'll talk about in a minute. But he had over 3 games this season with 20 points, 20 rebounds.
And he helped lead Booker T to 2 regional finals and a state final. So just magnificent career for McDermott. What he did for this program.
I mean, he energized the community. And when you hear the player that's playing like Chris McDermott did, he led by example. And most importantly, he was number 2 or number 3 in his class academically.
Awesome.
Yes, so he gets to sit up on the stage, Todd, during graduation. He's up yonder.
All right, so another big guy, senior Robert Miller III of Pasadena Memorial.
Man, what Robert Miller III has done with Pasadena Memorial, you're talking about he took a team that basically had no vision, no culture, no support, and turned them around in 4 years. Led the state in block shots as a freshman. He averaged 6 block shots as a senior this year. Also 21 points, 14 rebounds this season alone. Robert Miller III, he signed with LSU. And I tell people all the time, Todd, if you look at him from the defensive side of the court first, he would be much more appreciated as he moved forward in college.
All right. And then Divine Ugachukwu of Clemens, undefeated regular season, lost a heartbreaker in the playoffs to Seven Lakes. What a year he had.
I mean, what a year he had. We won 32 straight games.
Wow.
That Divine did. And with Clements. And this guy here, 17 points a game, 6 assists a game. He led by example. He was the person, knowing that every game, Todd, think about it. If you're a guard, every game they're sending 2, 3 defenders at you, double teaming, triple teaming, and you're still able to make the right play. You're still able to get your teammates involved at the right time. That speaks volumes.
Yeah, what a job he did in transforming and helping lead that program. You had one more thought about Divine Ugachukwu, and that was?
Well, he's unsigned, and that means that every college coach out there, they need to be paying attention for a young man that has winning in his pedigree, such as Divine Ugachukwu.
All right, rounding it out now, a couple of juniors. We have Montana Wheeler of the Houston Christian Mustangs.
Oh man, what a year he has. 22 points, 8 assists a game, led Houston Christian to the semifinals of the SPC state tournament.
After coming back from a broken hand.
Yes, I mean, he wasn't 100%. And people knew that going into that tournament, the teammates, people mean the opponents. So they kind of made him go in that direction and use that that injured hand more. Well, guess what? This kid here, he shoots 40% from behind the three-point land. He's making shots back there. And he's only going to get better as going into the next season.
Also from the SBC, rounding out the top 10, Sebastian Williams Adams Jr. from St. John's.
Oh man, Sebastian Williams Adams, 21 points a game, 10 rebounds a game. We're talking about 4 assists a game, almost 2 blocks a game. He fills the stat sheet. This young man right here, and when you're watching him, St. John's High School hasn't produced such a talent since 10 years ago when they had Justice Winslow running things over at St. John's. This young man right here, he's improving his perimeter shot. He rebounds well outside of his range. He goes and he absorbs contact and finish after the bump. And guess what? His teammates love playing with him.
And he's only a junior.
And he's only a junior.
All right, we look forward to next year. So we talked about the other 5 last week. Here's the top 10. The winner announced on April 1st. It is pretty stout. A.J. Bates, Justin Begg, John Clark, Michael Collins, Shelton Henderson. Those are the 5 guys we talked about last week. And then we talked about McDermott, Miller, Ugachukwu, Montana Wheeler, and Sebastian Williams Adams. Jim, it's been a great season.
Right.
Top to bottom, awesome year.
Awesome year. I'm thinking about that 10 you just named, Todd. How about we break them out and play a 5-on-5? The 5 seniors versus the 5 juniors.
Ooh.
Take a vote. Who you think will win that 5-on-5?
I like that idea. Jim, thanks for your input all season long. The guru of the high school hardwood, Jim Hicks of RCS Sports. He tips his brim.